Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. So today we from Group 8 are going to discuss about the ignorance of the importance of control in experimental sessions. So before we start, I would like to share our content for today. So here is the list of content for our discussion today. So our discussion are going to include introduction, problem analysis, problem solving techniques, and also the conclusions. So here are our team members, which consists of 4 people from biochemistry department, which is me, ARIF, IMAN, FAEZ, and also SHAFIKA. So before I pass to my group members, let me briefly share with you why we choose this topic to be discussed today. So the reason why we choose this topic is because as future researchers, we usually turn a blind eye towards the control of the experiment. It was one of our important aspects that will determine whether our experiment got the true and reliable results. Hence, that is why we choose this topic to be discussed today. So, for further explanation, I will pass to my group members.
So, ignorance of the importance of control in experimental session refers to the awareness and appreciation for the need to include control measures and scientific studies in order to produce reliable and valid results. The ignorance of the relevance of control in experimental design. So, the impact of this topic is one of it is the incorrect research findings. Besides that, it could lead to bad effects on the academic and professional research growth, and also could lead to wasted resources and also effort. So the background from our topic was from the problem type, which is lack of knowledge and also ignorance of the importance of control in experimental design. The impact of it is to reduce the validity and the accuracy of the research findings. So the targeted audience for this topic is the students and also early career scientists.
Okay, so good day everyone. So my name is Faiz. So today I will present to you guys about the problem analysis of the ignorance of the importance of control in experimental laboratories. So the key points is it may comes from the many factors that can contribute to this problem, and we can also explore the potential solutions to enhance this problem to promote or create a more better scientific community. So first of all, what is the main factor of this problem? So one of it is the lack of understanding, which the researcher or students, especially early career scientists, especially for us who just started their degree or diploma, which lack of comprehensive understanding of the importance of the control in experimental design, such as the temperature, the tools, and so on. So it may become unfamiliar or misunderstood for the students during they carry the experiment itself. So it may cause it may affect the result of the experiment. Other than that, it also insufficient education and training. It may relate to the first point, since for example, formal education or training programs often do not adequately emphasize the importance of the control in the experimental design itself for the to the students. For example, in the curriculum, it may focus more on theoretical knowledge instead of experimental technique. So the students will neglect the fundamental or importance of the control principles during the experiment. So it may cause the effect of the result. So the students may not get the expected result when they're doing the experiment. And lastly, the last point is the students or the researchers maybe limited awareness of resources. For example, they are unaware of the available resources that facilitate the experiment. Somehow, sometimes the staff prepare only a small stock of the chemical reagent. So the students somehow do not know the importance or the control, so they need to use properly, or they can use the volume they want. So they need to follow the proposal or the guideline prepared by the lecturers. So that may that one of the problem that can cause the ignorance of the importance and control in the experimental design.
Okay. Now, I will present about the human perspective for the ignorance of the importance of control in experimental session. Okay, so how can we implement this human perspective is first by doing self-awareness to the researchers. By doing this, we can encourage researchers to develop thorough understanding of the experimental design. We can provide training and resources that emphasize the importance of control in scientific research. So we can do this by giving the researchers workshops, seminars, or giving them educational materials that highlight the impact of control on the validity and reliable findings. So next, for the human perspective, we can uh, give mentorship and collaboration with researchers in Malaysia. So we can do this by pair less experienced researchers with mentors who have expertise in experimental design and control. So by doing this, we allow for the transmission of best practices discussion and addressing issues related to control procedures. So uh, this will encourage the knowledge transfer between the teams. So it will be more efficient and more reliable. So lastly, we can uh, teach the researchers to do reflective practice. So how can we do this is by foster a culture of self-reflection and critical thinking among the researchers. This will encourage them to question their assumption, bias, and potential blind spots in their experiments. Uh, this also will allow them to engage in discussion and dialogues that promote awareness of the potential consequences of ignoring the control procedures.
So another point that incorporate creative and new ways to address each aspect are technology and economically feasible. So the mobile applications for experimental design will create user-friendly mobile application by providing step-by-step guidance on incorporating control measures. Besides that, it could utilize interactive features in order to enhance the learning experience and make it accessible to a wide range of users.
So one way to promote the environmental friendly to overcome our problem is um, we can use virtual laboratory sessions, which this session is simulate the real world experiments in a digital environment. For example, we can use the laptop, or we can make applications. So from here, we can reducing the need of physical resources, and we can minimize the environmental impact. So from here, the researchers and students have the chance to perform experiments, examine scientific ideas, and take part in practical learning exercises using computer-based simulations or visual tools. So what is the advantage for our environment? So first of all, by using the visual laboratory session, it is eco-friendly methods which can utilize renewable resources, minimize hazardous chemical use that can affect our environment, and also we can save tree by not using papers when we take the data or we want to make the lab report. So we can just use the computer, so we can save the trees. So other than that, it is also a convenient way to save our environment. For example, we can reduce the need of actual resources from the plant or animals, because biochemists love to take samples from the plant or animals in the laboratory sessions. So from here, it also can minimize the waste production by simulating real-world experiments, as I said before. And lastly, it is also environmental sustainability, since it can reduce greenhouse gas emissions from we can reduce the using of the aircon in the lab, the light, and others. So from that, we can help climate change and also the air pollution. It may seem like not relatable, but actually it is, since we can reduce the using of the aircon in the lab.
Thank you, Faiz, for your explanation. Now, I would like to share some other original and creative ways to overcome the ignorance of importance of control in experimental sessions. So firstly, I think we can have an interactive virtual reality session. It will allow our researchers and students from all over the world to experience virtual lab session together. As a result, we can explore the consequences of ignoring the control in experiment via virtual reality, and experts from all over the world will be able to give feedbacks on that. Next, I think we can have a peer review gamification. So we can implement gaming aspects that are going to focus on creating the control or quiz to attract the students and the researchers itself. One of the way is we can earn points or badge if we can help our peers by providing constructive feedback on our choice of control in the game itself. And lastly, I think we can have a control design competitions. So we can have a few competitions that are going to focus on the control of the experiment. We can give a variety of situations or scenario to, to the contestant and let them think critically in order to create a control. As a result, it will encourage the researchers, especially the students, and create awareness on the importance of having control in the lab sessions. So I think that is all from my part. I will pass to the next person to discuss about the conclusion.
So, to conclude today's topic about the ignorance of the importance of control in experimental session, is by resolving the issue of ignoring the significance of control in experimental designs needs a comprehensive approach that takes human perspective, technological viability, and environmental friendliness into consideration. There are many ways that can improve researchers' understanding use of control measures by encouraging collaborative learning communities, offering mentorship, and using user-friendly technologies. Adopting sustainable lab procedures and virtual experimentation minimizes resources usage and minimize environmental effect. We can encourage better research practices, increase the validity of scientific discoveries, and build a more diverse economical and ecological conscientious scientific community by implementing these ideas. So that's all from us. Thank you